Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the IWI Tavor x95. Let's get right into the first 30-second breakdown. This is where in the first 30 seconds, give or take, I give you guys my exact thoughts on this product, and then we can get right into the review. This is going to be a super simple one. I love this gun. This gun makes me so happy when I get to go out and shoot it. It's such a cool package. You've got that 16-inch barrel in such a small little package here, and it can do a lot. I shot up to 650 yards with it, with this exact setup, red dot and all. That's awesome. And I've been able to do a lot of close quarter stuff. You can do from the vehicle super easy because it's so short and small. And it's just got a lot of really cool features. The fact that it's got a lot of new controls that are really based off the AR-15 is awesome because everyone's really used to that design. So them doing that was a brilliant idea. But this is probably the gun that I would grab if I ever had to use a gun. This would probably be the one. This or the Zeus would be my choice. And that says a lot because I absolutely 100% trust my life with this gun. Let's get right into my relationship with IWI. They did send me this to test. I did not pay for this. I actually met them in SHOT Show. A really nice guy named Adam I met there. Super cool dude. Works with Hollow Sun. He introduced me to IWI because I really wanted to talk with him, and he was really nice, able to do that for me. And I did an interview with him, got a hold of them after the show, and super cool company, been so nice to work with, and they hooked me up with this to test. Really appreciate that, and man, I love this gun. I absolutely love this gun. It is so much fun. I've had it for about 9 months, and I've put about 2,500 to 3,000 rounds through it. Not a ton, not a lot, but enough for me to be comfortable with this and be able to tell you exactly what I think. I would have liked to put a lot more through it before doing a review, but I think I've got a really good handle on this gun, and I want to get a review out to you guys to let you know what I think of it. All right, so let's get right into the review. I'm going to try to keep myself calm. I'm just so excited about this one. Such a cool gun. Having a lot of fun with it. So I have personally shot, like I said, 2,000 to 3,000 rounds through it, and I've had this in classes for students to use as well. I've taught a couple classes, rifle classes, and as you may guess, people usually jump to want to use this one. Usually I like to take out some rifles for people to try out different things because depending what they have, either they don't have a rifle and I let them use mine, or they want to see different setups, and I like to give people guns to use so they can try out things before they have to go buy them. And this is usually one of them I take, and it's usually the first one picked, mainly just because it's so cool, it's different, and a lot of people see them but are never able to pick one up themselves. I'll segue right into pricing with this. These are anywhere from about $1,600 to $2,000. And most people are gonna look at that and be like, "Ooh, that's so expensive. Why would you want to spend that much?" And it is expensive. That's a lot of money. But what you're getting with this is a very proven system, a very durable system, and a very versatile system, I would say. It's got a lot of good features to it, which we're going to go over here. And it's a cool gun, guys. It's I don't know how many more times I can say that. I just love it. So you've got your integrated backup sights here, which is really cool. That's a nice feature that you have. When it comes to pricing, a lot of guys are going to be saying that that was like a squirrel moment. I don't know why I went straight to the backup sights. A lot of people are going to say that's an expensive price, but when you're building AR-15s, like something like this you're looking at over $2,000. This one is probably about $1,800. When you're building your own custom AR-15, the prices go up quick, and you're going to get up to that $2,000 really quickly. With this one, you have a CHF barrel, so you got a cold hammer forged barrel, so you got a very good barrel. You got a 16-inch barrel and a tiny package, which is a huge benefit. You've got all your controls of the AR-15, which they changed with the x95 compared to the old one, which had a couple different features back here, so people were a little bit confused when they went from the AR-15 platform to this. Your mag release is up front here, and then the only difference is you've got your bolt release here. So you've got your safety selector and everything there as well. So something really cool that IWI did with the Tavor is made it completely ambidextrous. So you can switch everything over to a left-handed shooter depending on your preference. So you can take your charging handle, your ejection port, even your sling points, and switch them onto the other side and shoot it that way. That way you don't have to get attacked by brass, and it's a plus over the AR platform because with the AR you have to either build a complete left-handed shooting rifle, or you just have to deal with being attacked by the brass, and there's nothing you can do about it. So it's really cool that they thought of the user with this and added this feature and made everything ambidextrous. So when you add all the stuff that you're getting with this, you're going to be spending about the same amount for a fully customized AR-15 of the same quality. So when you're looking at it that way, you're really not spending much difference when it comes to spending on a high-end AR-15. It's just, I think a lot of people get shell-shocked when they see that price, and it's like, whoa, that's immediately a lot of money. When AR-15s, you're like, oh, I'll just buy the lower for a couple $100, the upper for, you know, $600-800, the optic for this, and it slowly adds up over time. This is all in one package you buy, and it's kind of shocking. So I think the price is right up there where it should be. I'd like to see them go down because I'd buy more, but I think the price is pretty fair for what they're making. I've got a Vortex Razor on here. This has been on here for pretty much its entire life, and I've been testing on this. Absolutely love this optic. It's been really good, and I think it pretty much is built for this gun because it's like a giant mailbox, and this whole gun's kind of blocky, so it fits the gun really well. So I think it worked out. I just recently put this on. I had a Enforce on here, and I had issues with it actually working, so I threw this Cloud Defensive LCS with the Shure or Streamlight, and mainly because it's FD and it matches the gun, so that's cool. I might be throwing the Cloud Defensive OWL on here eventually during testing, just to get the OWL under different situations and different rifles. But the price, I think, is pretty fair for what they're asking for. Now, I've had very few malfunctions with this gun, and it usually has been in the classes where someone else is using it. Either they didn't seat the magazine correctly, or they short stroked and didn't pull the gun all the way back and chamber it correctly. So all of them have been user error. Haven't had any issues of malfunctions during shooting where everything was correctly seated. Now with this, for some reason, and I thought it would go away when I broke it in, but it is a very tough gun to chamber. And when I have younger people or people that are not quite as versed in shooting and they want to shoot this, that's always something they have trouble with. I think the youngest person that shot it is 14, and he had a little bit trouble trying to get it back, which you can. I mean, it's going from about here is really easy, then it kind of gets a little bit tough. So I don't know if that's going to be something that the more rounds I put, it's going to get looser. It has definitely gotten looser from the first time, but it is pretty tough compared to other guns like an AR-15 where they slide back fairly easily. So that's something when you're doing this, make sure that you are bringing that all the way back. What I do for newer shooters and they don't want to bring it back, I'll just lock the bolt back, and that seems to be the easiest way, and then they can just slap that home, and that seems to be the best way for people that aren't quite as versed with rifles and stuff, or a little bit younger and aren't able to bring that back. But other than that, that's about the only thing that has been, I wouldn't even call it an issue, but the only thing that I've had a little bit of trouble with was trying to get that charge. So hopefully that will loosen up a little bit. I've lubed it properly, and hopefully it will get a little bit looser. Now the ambidextrousness, I have not personally changed everything, and I'm not going to because I'm not a left-handed shooter. But I had a left-handed shooter shoot this, and where the ejection port is, it's kind of annoying because that's shooting straight into them. So I'm not a left-handed shooter, so that might look a little goofy. But when you're holding it, you're shooting straight into you. Let's just do it right-handed, and you can see it here anyway. So you're shooting normally, and then that ejection, this thing ejects like a son of a gun. I mean, those brass go flying. So you're getting shot with them if you're shooting this the opposite direction of what it's supposed to. But super simple fix. You can just switch everything over and have a left-handed gun. I just wasn't gonna do it for one person because I think that it probably would be a heck of a process to switch everything over. But it is cool that it has that option. Now for calibers, depending what you guys want, this is a 5.56, and that's what I run primarily, but you can get a 9mm, a 300 blackout, and just recently they came out with a 308. So depending on your preference or your caliber specific, you can get different things. I really would like to get a hold of a 9mm sometimes. I think that would be really cool to have a 9mm in this platform. The 300 blackout would be awesome because suppressed, I've heard, I don't have any personal experience with this, but I've heard these run really good suppressed. You don't really have to switch anything, and they really pretty much eat anything you shoot out of them. Again, that's from what I've heard. I do not have personal experience with that. If you guys want any information on that, definitely hit somebody up that has more experience with the suppressed 300 or Tavor. But you do have options to switch calibers depending what you guys like and what you would rather shoot. I think 5.56 perfect for what I use, and I have the most of. 9mm will probably be the next one that I want to go get. And then if I'm ever going to suppress this, I would definitely go with a 300 blackout because I think that'd be pretty awesome. But I haven't seen a lot of people running 300 blackout Tavor, so I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just because 300 blackout is super expensive and no one wants to go out and plink 300 blackout. But I could see definitely a good benefit to that. I don't have any 308 guns. That's something that I do not have. So 308. I would definitely buy ammo for it to run one, but I just don't have a big stockpile enough for me to go pick up the 308 version of this. But it's cool for those guys. I know there's people out there that love 308. You know, they're dedicated, diehard 308 guys. So they are thinking of you guys as well. So would I recommend this, and would I spend my own money on this? 100% definitely would recommend this. I'd recommend this to multiple people. I think I've had 2 people already purchase these, and then I have multiple others that say they want to, just waiting for their funds to be in a position that they can. And then would I spend my own money on it? Absolutely. Depending where I was at and when I was ready to purchase a full gun, I definitely would purchase one of these. If I was going to go between the AR-15 and Tavor, see, that's a question that's tough. A lot of people are curious about that because some people have switched, some people stick to the AR platform. The AR platform is a really, really good platform, and I'm comfortable with it because I put a lot more rounds through the AR platform than I have with this one. But this one is such a comfortable platform and has a lot of benefits in the fact of the longer barrel and the short platform. And what's so nice about that is you can reach out farther, you have more accuracy at distance, and you don't have the length of those guns, and this one's a lot more comfortable. So when you're asking the question of would you switch to this platform as a primary, or would you continue with the AR? So it's really difficult to give you guys an answer for that. I think it's really hard for me to get away from that AR platform because I'm so comfortable with that, and I've been so used to it. But if I was going to switch to something, it would probably be this. So if this is something you guys are interested in, check out IWI. They have multiple different guns too. They have the Galil Ace, the Tavor shotgun, the Masada, guns like that. So if you guys are not just interested in this, they have a lot of different guns to choose from as well. So they're coming out with some pretty cool stuff. Really like where they're going, and really, really happy with this gun. If you guys want to help out my page, go down to the description, and from there you can go right to my website. From there you can go to websites like Brownells, Palmetto State, Premier Body Armor, Aero Precision. Anything you purchase from there gives me a small kickback and shows those companies that I do generate flow, and that helps me out a ton. It gives me more products for you guys so I can do more testing, and gets me a little bit of money to help pay for the ammo and all the costs that it does to make these videos. So I appreciate it, guys. If not, it's not a big deal. I just appreciate you guys being here. Like and comment, share, subscribe. Thank you very much.